Oh, hope that we're going. I'm going to wait just a little bit just to make sure I've gotten through this. Kind of watching what's going on with my computer. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And I hope you have some wonderful or tasty little snacks with you. I've got some Cheez-Its I'm going to share with my little ones what they like. Kaylee, what else are you eating?
I'm eating grapes right now.
Oh, you're eating grapes, and Grace has decided to chew on some cards. All right, so we're going to start off with our first book of the day. This is a wonderful suggestion by Jessica. It is The True Story of the Three Little Pigs. All right. Let's wrangle this little eye. I know. All right. The True Story of the Three Little Pigs by A. Wolfe, as told by John Sandowski and illustrated by Lane Smith. All right, I'm going to start this off by taking this dust cover off because it gets in the way sometimes. All right.
I did the color.
I know. Everyone knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you know a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because no one's ever heard my story. There's a nice little intro. Hold on. I know.
I'll read that.
We're going to read it.
I'll read that.
Okay. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Right, can you say hi to Alexander? Or hi, Al. I know. Hi. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault that wolves eat cute animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. I know you're getting very excited. Come on. Oh, thank you. Oh, why don't you go put it up? You done with your snack? Go put it up. Okay. It's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. Little ones touching things. Okay. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies, sheep, and pigs. It's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. Oh, see that cheeseburger? Cheeseburgers are pretty tasty. Do you notice any little things that are in that tasty cheeseburger?
A bunny!
Are those bunny ears in there?
Yes.
But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. See? Sneeze and a cup of sugar. Well done, real quick. Oh, you know, little ones like to get into a lot of things. Hi, I know. Well, come and sit with us. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold, and I ran out of sugar. I'm sure everyone's running out of sugar right now. Oh, I know. See? The wolf making a birthday cake for his dear old granny. Sure has a lot of ingredients. Is there something else that's in that little mixing cake? Kaylee, do you see anything that's in the bowl? A bunny. Oh my goodness. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw? Oh, Alexander or Al walking to the little pig's house. So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, I felt right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without a cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed. Is he using something? Do you think that's what's going to happen? Oh, he's walking there. His nose is twitching. Do you think that's what's going to happen? Is he going to go? Oh, that's a big sneeze. Okay. And I sneezed. A great sneeze. Oh, that's a big old sneeze. Is there anything anyone sees kind of flying in that big old sneeze? I spy a little pig. See what's going to happen.
I
do. And you know what? The whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. Right in the middle. It seemed a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate it up. But think of it as a big cheeseburger, just lying there. Are they going to sneeze again? You think so? Okay. I was feeling a little better, but still didn't have that cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. What do you think the next neighbor's house is made out of? Sticks. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not by much. He had built his house out of sticks. Oh, excuse you. See? Nice little stick house. I rang the bell on the stick house. No one answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs of my chin. It's got little hairs. I had just grabbed the doorknob, and when I felt the sneeze coming on, I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe this, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Sneezing that great big sneeze. Oh, there's that poor little pig in the middle of all of that broken down house. Oh, what do you think that wolf's going to do with that pig?
Eat him up.
You think he's going to eat him up? Now, you know food will spoil if you leave it out in the open, so I did the only thing there was to do. I ate dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I know I've been having a lot of second helpings. Have you been eating a lot too?
Yeah.
Me too. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better. I still didn't have a cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake, so I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second pig's brother. He must have had the brains of the family. What do you think his house is built out of? Ah, that's right. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. Wasn't very nice, was it? Mm-mm. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar and wouldn't give me one little cup for my dear old sweet granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe have a nice birthday card instead of a cake When I felt my cold coming on, I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, "And your old granny can sit on a pin." That was nice, wasn't it?
A pin? That would hurt
Talking
a
to the
bottom.
third pig. Yeah, that pin would hurt a bottom. He's not being very kind, is he?
Ooh, paper.
Now, I'm usually a calm person, but when someone talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break down the pig store, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a huge scene. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did you see what he's trying to do? He's trying to break down the door, huh?
Yeah.
The rest, as they say, is history. They wrote about Al as the big bad wolf in the newspaper when he was trying to break down. The news reporters found out that the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all this huff and puff and blow your house down. They made me the big bad wolf, and that is the real story. I was framed.
There's something at the end you have to see.
He doesn't seem very happy about that story. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar.
See, he's taking the police officer.
Yeah, the end. That's a pretty cool alternate story for the big bad wolf and the 3 little pigs. Do you think Al the wolf was framed? Or do you think the story you know is the true one? Let me know. You never know. There's always 2 sides to every story. Oh, all right. Well, Kaylee's ready for the next one. So let's see which one we've got. Oh, this is a good one. First, I am going to take a little snack break. I like my snacks, so I hope you'll take a little snack break. No, snack break. It's always good. So our next book today is If You Give a Moose a Muffin, by Lori Numeroff, illustrated by Felicity Bond. All right, guys. Let's start this one off.
And this has a muffin.
Yeah, there is a muffin. If you give a moose a muffin, he'll want some jam to go with it. So you'll bring out your mother's homemade blackberry jam. Oh, the moose is in the house. Coming in the house.
That's so silly.
It's very silly. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another one. And another one. And another one. When they're all gone, he'll ask you for some more. I'd want more muffins too. Eating all those muffins? You'll have to go to the store and get some muffin mix. He'll want to go with you. When he opens the door, he'll feel how chilly it is. He'll ask to borrow a sweater. Getting ready to go get some more muffin mix and feels how chilly it is. When he puts on the sweater, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. Oh no. He'll ask for a needle and thread. It's really nice that he wants to fix it. Then he'll start sewing. The button will remind him of the puppets his grandmother used to make. See, he's sewing on that button. Where do you think he gets reminded of those puppets? So he'll ask for some old socks. And he'll make sock puppets. He's creating right there. Is there anything that you've been creating during this time? When they're done, he'll want to put on a puppet show. Have you put on a puppet show before?
Mhm.
You haven't put on a puppet show? Have you put on a puppet show? And he'll need some cardboard and paints. Oh, that looks like it'd be a really neat puppet show as soon as he gets it all figured out. Let's see. Then I'll ask you to help make the scenery. Creating the scenery for that puppet show. When the scenery is finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers will stick out. You'll bring him a sheet from your bed. See, he's got it all set up, but oh, those pesky antlers are sticking out, so I'm going to use that sheet.
I had to find it.
When he sees the sheet, he'll remember he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. What's a ghost say? Ooh. He'll try it on and shout. It'll scare him so much, he'll knock over the paints. Wanted to be a ghost. Oh, but he got a little scared, so he knocked over the paints.
I'm gonna go upstairs because I didn't place it.
Okay. So we'll use the sheet to clean up the mess. Then I'll ask to get some soap to wash it out. It's really, really responsible that he wants to clean up his mess. Do you help clean up your messes when you make them? He'll probably want to hang the sheet out to dry. Oh, look. It's cleaning up his messes. Once it's all cleaned up, it's going to hang it out to dry. He'll go outside and put it on the clothesline. When he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. Going out. Look, there's those blackberry bushes. What do you think those blackberry bushes are for? You think they made the jam out of it? Seeing the blackberries will remind him of her jam. He'll probably ask you for some. Oh, look. He looks so happy looking at those blackberries and remembering how tasty that jam was. And chances are, if you give him the jam, what do you think is going to happen when he gives him the jam? He'll want a muffin to go with it. And those are some wonderful activities they did. A lot of baking. Ugh, everything's better with the muffin, huh? All right. Got our last little book coming up. Some of us know us. I hope you enjoyed those first two. They were from my childhood, so I hope they're from your parents as well, and they've been reading those to you. The last one is Strega Nona. Strega Nona is an original tale written and illustrated by Tomie dePaola. All right. In the town of Calabera, a long time ago, there lived an old lady everyone called Strega Nona, which meant grandmother witch. Although all people in the town talked about her in whispers, they all went to see her for their troubles. Even the priest and the sisters in the convent went, because Strega Nona did have the magic touch. She could cure a headache with oil and water and a hairpin. She had a special potion for girls who wanted husbands, and she was very good at getting rid of warts. Yeah, she's helping all of those people, what she can do. But Strega Nona was getting old, and she needed someone to help her keep her little house and garden. So she put up a sign in the town square. I wonder who's going to come help her. And Big Anthony, who didn't pay attention, went to see her. Anthony, said Strega Nona, you must sweep the house and wash the dishes. You must weed the garden and pick the vegetables. You must feed the goat and milk her. And you must fetch the water. For this, I will give you 3 coins and a place to sleep and food to eat. Oh, grazie, said Big Anthony. The one thing you must never do, said Strega Nona, is touch the pasta pot. It is very valuable, and I don't let anyone touch it. Oh, see, yes, said Big Anthony. She's talking to Big Anthony. You think he's going to listen? Let's see. And so the days went by. Big Anthony did his work, and Strega Nona met with the people who came to see her for headaches and husbands and warts. Big Anthony had a nice bed to sleep in and next to the goat shed, and he had food to eat. Every evening, Big Anthony was milking the goat. One evening, when Big Anthony was milking the goat, he heard Strega Nona singing. Peeking in the window, he saw Strega Nona standing over the pasta pot. As Big Anthony does all those chores, he hears Strega Nona. Wonder what Strega Nona's doing. She sang, "Bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boil me pasta nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up." And the pasta pot bubbled and boiled and was suddenly filled with steaming hot pasta. Then Strega Nona sang, "Enough, enough, pasta pot. I have pasta nice and hot, so simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day." "How wonderful," said Big Anthony. "It's a magic pot, for sure." Strega Nona's singing to her pot, and Big Anthony's listening. And Strega Nona called Big Anthony for supper. But too bad Big Anthony, because he didn't get to see Strega Nona blow 3 kisses at the magic pasta pot. Strega Nona's blowing those kisses. I think that's what kind of finishes up and makes that pot stop boiling. It's always good to listen, huh? And pay attention. And this is what happened. The next day, when Big Anthony went to town to fetch the water, he told everyone about the pasta pot. And naturally, everyone laughed at him because it sounded so silly. The pot that cooked all by itself, that would be really helpful for most parents right now. "You better go confess to the priest, Big Anthony," they say. "Such a lie." And Big Anthony was angry, and that wasn't a very good thing to be. "I'll show them," he said to himself. "Someday I'll get the pasta pot and make it cook, and they'll be sorry." Not a very kind thing for Big Anthony to think. See, he's telling all the townspeople. That day came sooner than even Big Anthony would have thought, because 2 days later, Strega Nona said to Big Anthony, "Anthony, I must go over to the mountain to the next town to see my friend Strega Amelia. Sweep the house and weed the garden. Feed the goat and milk her, and for lunch there is bread and cheese in the cupboard. And remember, don't touch the pasta pot." "Oh, yes, yes, Strega Nona," said Big Anthony, but inside he was thinking, "My chance has come." She's telling him that she's going to go. Do you think Big Anthony's going to touch the pasta pot? Is he supposed to touch the pasta pot? Don't know if this is a good thing for him. As soon as Strega Nona was out of sight, Big Anthony went inside, pulled the pasta pot off the shelf, and put it on the floor. "Now, let's see if I can remember the words," said Big Anthony. And Big Anthony said, "Bubble, bubble, pasta pot. Boil me some pasta nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time to sup. Boil enough to fill me up." And sure enough, the pot bubbled and boiled and began to fill with pasta. "Ah!" said Big Anthony, and he ran to the town square and jumped on the fountain and shouted, "Everyone, get your forks, plates, platters, and bowls." The pasta is at Strega Nona's house. Big Anthony had made the magic pasta pot work. Of course, everyone laughed and ran home to get their forks, plates, platters, bowls. And sure enough, when they got to Strega Nona's, the pasta pot was full and beginning to overflow. He's boiling up the pasta and telling all the people to come and join him. Big Anthony was a hero. He scooped out the pasta and filled the plates and platters and bowls. And there was more than enough for all the townspeople, including the priest and the sisters of the convent. Some people came back for 2 or 3 helpings, but the pot never emptied. All those people Big Anthony was able to feed with the pasta pot. Seems like he's trying to do kind of a kind thing, but you never know. When all had had their fill, Big Anthony sang, "Enough, enough, my pasta pot. I've had my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day." But alas, he forgot to blow the 3 kisses. He went outside to the applause of the crowd, and Big Anthony took a bow. He was so busy listening to the compliments of everyone that he didn't notice that the pasta pot was still bubbling and boiling until a sister from the convent said, "Oh, Big Anthony, look! The pasta is pouring out of the pot all over the floor of Strega Nona's house. It was coming out the door." Oh. See, Anthony thought he had stopped the pot, but remember, he forgot 3 kisses because he forgot to pay attention. And they're telling him that it still hasn't stopped. I wonder how far the pasta is going to go. Big Anthony rushed in, shouted the magic words again, but the pot kept boiling. He took the pot off the floor, but the pasta kept pouring from it. Big Anthony grabbed the cover and put it on the pot and sat on it. But the pasta raised the cover, and Big Anthony as well, and it spilled on the floor of Strega Nona's house. Look at all that pasta just coming out. What is Big Anthony to do? What would you do if pasta just kept boiling and boiling? Would you have a solution? "Stop!" yelled Big Anthony. But the pasta did not stop, and if someone hadn't grabbed poor Big Anthony, the pasta would cover him up. The pasta had all but filled the little house. Out of the windows and through the doors came the pasta, and the pot kept right on bubbling. The townspeople began to worry. "Do something, Big Anthony," they shouted. Big Anthony sang the magic song again, but without the 3 kisses, it did no good. By this time, the pasta was on its way out the door, down the road, and all the people were running to keep ahead of it. That's so much pasta that's got filled up the house. And now it's starting to go towards all the townspeople and into the town. Oh, what are they going to do? "We must protect the town from the pasta," shouted the mayor. "Get mattresses, tables, doors, make a barricade." But even that didn't work. The pot kept bubbling and the pasta kept coming. Oh, no. Look at their makeshift barricade. But that pasta is still coming. Oh, what are they going to do? "We're lost," said the people, and the priest and the sisters of the convent began praying. "The pasta will cover our town," they cried. And it certainly would have, had Strega Nona not come down the road, home from her visit. She didn't have to look twice to know what had happened. Oh, look at all of that pasta. It's all coming towards it. Thank goodness Strega Nona showed up. What does she think she's going to do to help stop that pasta? Do you remember? Let me know. Think you can do it with her? She sang the magic song and blew the 3 kisses, and with a sputter, the pot stopped boiling and the pasta came to a halt. "Oh, grazie, thank you, Strega Nona," the people cried. But then they turned on Big Anthony. "String him up," the men of the town shouted. Strega Nona blowing those kisses to stop the pasta. They're so happy she was able to save him, but understandably not too happy with Big Anthony. "Now wait," said Strega Nona. "The punishment must fit the crime." She took a fork from a lady standing nearby and held it to Big Anthony. "All right, Anthony, you wanted pasta from my magic pasta pot," Strega Nona said, "and I want to sleep in my little bed tonight. So start eating." She gives him the fork. Seems fitting. Punishment. Sometimes you just have to have consequences. And he did. Poor big Anthony. Oh, remember all that pasta had gotten to the town? That's a lot of pasta he has to eat. Oh, you think he's going to have a tummy ache? I would have a tummy ache, and I like pasta. The end. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful little story time with your littles. I very much hope that you have a great weekend plan. Maybe you're going to make a nice tasty snack of muffins or pasta. Or you never know, you might make something craving a little bit of ham. Who knows? Let me know. I hope you have, again, a wonderful day. And if you have any other suggestions for books, please let me know and I'll see what I have. I hope to see you next Saturday. We'll continue next Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And again, bye guys. Thanks for watching.